of the 75,000 to the First Lady's office. We were given those reports. We were given those documents. I did the work. Or you try to take the easy way out. I got attacked for taking that 75,000 from First Lady's office. And I'm okay with that because that's my job. I found the funding that was needed to help the Office of Miss Navajo Nation. I think that we all agree, yes, we can give money to the Youth Council, but don't piggyback off of other delegates' work. You don't do that. And the other request to give up your LDA, I like that. I would give up my LDA if the Youth Council needs that position, because right now my LDA is the Northern Agency Veterans Council Secretary. She doesn't get a stipend. She does that in addition to her LDA positions. And I know that my LDA does a lot of work. I know because of the information that we receive on the reports that LDAs submit for the work that has been completed. So I'm willing to give up my LDA to help cover some of these costs. Now the question is, if you really, truly want to prove to the people that what you advocated for or what you campaigned for, give up your LDA. That'll show the people that you truly meant what you said. Or the other option is look at your ARPA chapter money. Your ARPA chapter money is not going to lie. That's going to show you where your priorities are, because you were the sponsor of that legislation. So if youth truly is a priority, then it better reflect in your chapter FRF plans. I'm still working on mine. Mine is a lot of planning and development, but I can tell you that there is 3 youth projects that we are working on. So I think that, in terms of failure to attend, Speaker, I think that it is the right of the Navajo people to know which delegates are present and who is not, who is absent, who is excused. And I always, for me as a delegate, I always give you the reason, and I give it to this council, why I'm going to be excused from a meeting. I either send it through email or I say it here on the floor. But when you're absent, you delay the work that has already been done. Putting money into our youth, I don't think anybody disputes that. But I want to see the FRF plan for the delegates who are going to vote green. And let's truly have that conversation. Where are your FRF plans for the youth? Because again, I looked at the budget. I know what my job is. I knew the Office of Miss Navajo needed this money. So I went in, I tried to find money, just like I'm doing right now with the youth clothing program. I just think it's wrong when somebody tries to take the credit of the work that has been done by somebody else. So I'm just going to put that out there and just say that that's wrong, and I won't stand for that. The 75,000 was identified when we had our conversation a week and a half ago, and the amending party to this legislation wasn't here, wasn't excused, but we already had this conversation. So I'm just going to ask the delegates, don't take what I worked hard to identify, the work that I did. If you want to give to the youth, then find other budgets to take from. Or give up your LDA. Simple. Delegate Chair Rick Naz, I love that idea. If anybody wants to sponsor that, to get rid of the LDAs and put that money where it's needed, if we want to give it to the youth, then let's give it to the youth. I am in support of that. So in terms of the amendment, I don't support it. I don't support it because I support the youth, But I can't justify, and I'm glad that the budget was read into the record again by another delegate, because only 10% of that budget was spent, only 10%. They have the money there, and they can actually move money within their budget to help assist with some of their shortfalls. And to be clear, I think, and I was reading, I was trying to, I'm not sure exactly where the wording from the BIM booklet was taken regarding we can't take money from one area to the other. I know that it is hard, but it has been done before. So if you want to take my LDA funding, then take it. I would willingly give to fund this position $43,556 plus the fringe benefits at $18,895. I will give my LDA funding to put my money where my mouth is. So after this is voted on, I hope it's voted red, I will offer the amendment to give up my LDA budget for this position here. If it's for a year and it doesn't get filled, then I'll take that budget back. That's how much I believe in our youth, but that's also how much I believe that the Office of Miss Navajo Nation, I believe that they deserve this money. And if it means me losing my LDA for it, so be it. I will be happy to do that. So, colleagues, I will be offering an amendment after this amendment, if it doesn't go through, to give up my LDA budget, and I hope that you guys follow, because as was stated, we need to start showing the people what we campaigned on, right? If it was the youth, then you need to show it in your FRF chapter planning, or you need to show it by giving up your LDA budget. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton. Colleagues, there were several reference to the oversight of how to move money around within the Pacific programs and also departments. So I believe we're talking about executive offices right now. We do have Ms. Barbroff online that can make that clarification for us of moving money around within a certain program or department or budget business units and all of that sort. So we can, I believe Ms. Barbroff, she did have an emergency, but however she is on call with us. So Ms. Barbroff, if you are online, you can help us do that clarification.
Nabi, can you hear me?
Yes, Ms. Barbroff, we can hear you.
Oh, great. I wish I was there with you. I had a household accident last night, and I'm recouping. I hope to see you tomorrow. I just felt that it's necessary to clarify that Delegate Claw was correct when she said at the Oversight Committee budget meetings that amendments could only be made within the division, or dollars could only be moved within the division. However, that does not hold at council and NABI. Comprehensive budget legislation, delegates can make amendments to move money from Division X and move it to Division Y. You can also move money between branches. So once you get to comprehensive budget legislation, you have a much wider range to make amendments. So back to you, Madam